I am you. These words are a reminder that in our humanity we are equal. We each arrive the same way, a tiny bundle of potential and purpose, unique and of equal worth. It is so easy to lose sight of this as we navigate the complicated dance of life. But nature always receives and sees us in our truth, our source, our humanity. So when we stand on the sacred soil of the mountainside, we remember, I am you.
I'm Pete with the Garcia birthday band.
Mosquitoes on the river, fish are rising up like birds. It's been hot for 7 weeks, too hot to even speak. Did you hear what I just heard?
My first show was here in Portland, June 12th, 1980. Mount St. Helens erupted during Fire on the Mountain, and it was during Fire on the Mountain. It was snowing in June, and we're like, what's going on? And it was the first eruption to blanket Portland in ash. And I was like, okay, these guys are on to
They're
something.
high stepping into town.
And then just through high school, just whenever they came to Portland each year, saw them, and then right after I graduated, took my first trip to California, and then I was hooked. And I started skiing long before I was listening to the Grateful Dead. 6 years old was when my parents first strapped a set of skis on me and threw me on the rope tow. When I graduated high school, I moved to Lake Tahoe for that following winter and worked at Squaw Valley. And I had skied for 10 years plus prior to that, but that's the year I learned how to ski. But then I dropped off the skiing map because it just became too expensive of a hobby. It was a choice. It was like, okay, am I going to buy guitars or skis? And I bought guitars.
People joining hand in hand.
I'm kind of a fake it till you make it guy, and I've been really fortunate to be able to surround myself with amazing, amazing players. And it's kind of like skiing. When I started skiing with other people is when I learned how to ski, who were better than me. When I started playing music with people who were better than me is when I learned how to play. Initially, when I first started playing with GBV, it was like, okay, are these guys going to accept me? Am I good enough for this band? And, stage fright is a real thing. I get up there and I think, do I lay off? Do I wait and see? Do I go for it? Shut my eyes? Do I engage? That happens at the beginning of every show. It kicks off and something's not right, the sound's not right, you're not feeling it, you've been rushed to get set up and everybody's watching you and somebody's late and we can't get, you're 20 minutes late, but I can't get my amp to turn on. All that flustery stuff can get you pretty flustered, and then you start playing, and by the end of the set, it's rolling.
In my own personal healing journey, or a journey to more joy and fun and contentment, really, in my life. The most powerful shift was one in which I viewed myself in relation to others. And if I'm a beautiful masterpiece, then we're all beautiful masterpieces, which means that we're all equal. Well, you got to live equality. It starts with us. It starts with how we view people. So is there anybody that you see as being inferior to you? Do you see every human as your equal? And if you don't, well then any talk of equality is just talk. Just saying. For me, it all comes back to is about like having the most amount of fun. Come on, this is the ride. This is the dance. Let's have fun with it. Let's enjoy this dance of life. And for me to believe that people are bad inherently opens the door that perhaps then I might perhaps be bad, created that way. That doesn't feel so good. So I'm not doing that. Every time that I feel superior to someone, sometimes that seems like it feels good, but what happens is I know that opens the door for me to feel inferior. And to me, feeling inferior is a really, really crappy feeling. It just is. It just doesn't feel good at all. I don't want to have any of that. So it's all in how the story I tell, the narrative that I've chosen to believe about why we're here, about how we're all created, the whole idea of good and bad and gifts and strengths and talents and all of it. These are unknowable things. So this is just, you get to decide what that looks like for you, but what it looks like for you will affect how you feel and will affect your actions. And so I think that the easiest way to be loving and kind in the world is to believe that everyone is a beautiful masterpiece, even when they're not acting like it. And that allows you to give them grace. It allows you to receive them with love. And it feels good. It just feels good. Happy day, happy day, happy day.